I first fell in love with music around 15 years old. My mom got me a guitar for Christmas, put me in guitar lessons. I think the very first seed that was planted that got me into songwriting, it was rooted out of poetry. When I was a little kid, I used to write on scraps of paper. When I got the guitar, that was when the poems came to life. I was able to talk about and express a lot of feelings that I kept inside. The story that my very first album tells is a lot about dealing with identity and maturity, moving away from adolescence into this early adulthood. I got wrapped up into partying, drugs and alcohol. For a really long time, I was just really, really unhappy. And the only thing that got me through that, the constant catharsis, was playing music, was writing songs. And what I discovered was I wasn't the only 18-year-old or 20-something-year-old that was completely and utterly lost, trying to pretend like they had it together. Inwardly, I felt a lot of shame about who I was, and I realized it was through my actions. I was self-destructing, and I was self-destructing in a very public and visible way. All of those songs are about just trying to cope with who you are and trying to accept who you are and coming to terms with your reality, with your truth. Writing has definitely been a healing process for me. It's allowed me to go places and explore experiences that I've had that for a really long time I couldn't even look at. It's allowed me to work through a lot dealing with depression and low self-esteem. Had I not written those songs, I probably would have gone off the deep end. I find light at the end of the tunnel in songwriting. It's interesting to watch the way that the song changes because it may start off with something like identifying as a lesbian and then having to come to terms with the fact that I was trans and what that meant for me and what that meant for my family, how I was going to navigate life. I noticed that this theme kept showing up in the songs, and it wasn't even really fleshed out, but it was just kind of like a singular statement. I would sit down and I would start to work through that, and the story would come out. I'm finally able to put into words what this feeling is. You just let it flow, you allow it to come out of you. It's therapy. My biggest drive in music is that it saved my life. And I feel like there are a lot of people out there that it could do the same for. My upbringing was a little chaotic, and around 15, right around the time that I got a guitar, I actually went into a stress center for attempted suicide and severe depression, but it was because of music that I was able to see that there was more to life, and I was able to connect with other people. It got me out of my own head, it got me out of my own experience. But looking back on it now, it's such a relief to listen to those songs because I can see the progress in myself and I can say, wow, man, I was in a really low place. If it wasn't for the grace of God and good friends and for family that allowed me the space and opportunity to explore that, then I don't know if I would be able to write songs now that are telling people that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that there's always something better, and that your struggles are an opportunity for you to help someone else.